and allow us to put stuff on the screen, put stuff on the screen, put stuff on the screen. And if this was another coding language, you would just have these two things and that's all you would need. But in Java, you have to put classes and types. Like basically, it's just extra permissions or certification or degree. Certification degree, certification degree, certification degree. And string is everything, words in quotation marks, words in quotation marks, words in quotation marks. Okay, so this is the name, and we put this. Now, the type of name is going to be strings in quotation marks. Strings in quotation marks, strings in quotation marks. The type of name is words in quotation marks, words in quotation marks, words in quotation marks. This basically means input your first name. Okay? All this basically means you allow us to do this, you allow us to do this, you allow us to do this. And this is the name. And input, same exact thing. This allows us to do this, this allows us to do this, this allows us to do this. Input, what the user types in, what the user types in, what the user types in. Dot next parentheses, this, dot next parentheses, quotation marks, words in quotation marks, words in quotation marks, words in quotation marks. Okay, so this allows us to type stuff in, type stuff in, type stuff in, and this allows us to have words in quotation marks. Okay, so all over, and you literally just have to memorize all this. Words in quotation marks, words in quotation marks, words in quotation marks. Bam, bam, bam. And this is the name of this whole thing. First name, first name, first name. And allows us to put stuff on the screen, allows us to put stuff on the screen, allows us to put stuff on the screen, and same exact thing, words in quotation marks, words in quotation marks, words in quotation marks. This is like super layman's terms, it's super not technical, this is just so you get it. And all this is literally input your first name, Andre, input your first name, Andre, input your first name, Andre. Oh, I got another analogy. Okay, so F name, all this is F name. Bam, F name. Bam, F name. Everything highlighted, F name. Everything highlighted, F name. Everything highlighted, F name. And input is the thing that allows you to type your first name, Andre. Input is the thing that allows you to type your first name, Andre. Input is the thing that allows you to first name, Andre. And next, parentheses, quotation marks, allows you to, it's basically the same thing. It lets you types in like words instead of numbers. Next parentheses, words instead of numbers. Next parentheses, words instead of numbers. There's another thing for numbers, but when you see next, next means only words, only words, only words and letters. Only words and letters, only words and letters, only words and letters. My name has no numbers, words and letters. No numbers, words and letters. No numbers, words and letters. Okay? And that whole part is done. And this is like, you just gotta memorize and get used to all this by like the 10th one. You're just gonna look at this and be like, I automatically know what he's doing. But um, at first, you just gotta memorize all the steps. All right, next part. In the system folder, system folder, system folder, and this thing that lets us put stuff on the screen, put stuff on the screen, put stuff on the screen. This is the actual function or technology program that lets us put it on the screen, put it on the screen, put it on the screen. And input last name. Bam. And you're going to put this on the screen. Bam. Okay? So, put this on the screen. Bam. Put this on the screen. Bam. Put this on the screen. Bam. Okay? This is the thing that lets everything go down, and this is what we want on the screen. Alright? And type, type, type. Oh, yeah. It'll be easier this way. Alright, just ignore everything and look at these two things. The name of all this is last name, last name, last name, last name, last name, last name. And everything highlighted, last name, last name, last name. And it's going to be something that lets us put it on the screen. No, this lets us type, lets us type, lets us type. So, lets you type your last name, lets you type your last name, lets you type your last name. We're being allowed to type our last name by this. We're being allowed to type our last name by this. We're being allowed to type our last name by this.